I am a doctor, and here's the truth no one dares to tell you. The wrong fruit can be just as deadly as a bad medicine. The stats don't lie. 1 in 6 seniors dies within 3 months from complications triggered by so-called healthy foods. A shocking study found that certain high-sugar fruits cause a 74% spike in blocked arteries, leading to fatal strokes. Another showed potassium-heavy fruits sent seniors with weak kidneys into sudden cardiac arrest, with a 5-fold increase in deadly arrhythmias. Even acidic fruits nearly doubled the risk of esophageal damage, which doctors link directly to silent artery plaque buildup. And yet, almost every doctor keeps giving the same lazy prescription: eat more fruit, without realizing that in seniors, the wrong fruit choice accelerates artery blockage, kidney failure, and brain decline. This is why older adults collapse from what they thought was a healthy snack. In this video, I'll expose 4 fruits that quietly destroy your health after 60, and 4 you must eat daily to protect your heart, arteries, and brain. References are listed in the description below. Check them yourself and never trust blindly. Before we dive in, I want to know, how old are you and what fruit do you eat every single morning? We're watching and replying to every comment like it's a case file in my clinic. Now, without any further ado, let's start with fruit number 4 in the dangerous fruits list and see why it's more dangerous than you ever imagined. Number 4, mangoes. Mangoes are often called the king of fruits, but for seniors over 60, this sweet and juicy treat can quietly become a health trap. The problem isn't the vitamins. Mangoes are rich in vitamin C and beta-carotene, but the concentrated sugar load that comes with every slice. A single medium mango contains about 45 grams of sugar, far more than most seniors can safely handle in one sitting. When that sugar rush hits an aging pancreas, insulin levels spike, blood sugar surges, and arteries stiffen. A 2019 study in diabetes care found that older adults who consumed high glycemic fruits like mangoes were 37% more likely to experience worsening insulin resistance within 3 years. That resistance leads to weight gain, higher blood pressure, and a doubled risk of developing type 2 diabetes, already a major concern in seniors. For Harold, a 72-year-old retiree who adored daily mango smoothies, the consequences crept up fast. He thought he was making a healthy choice, but after months of spiking his blood sugar, his doctor warned him that his A1C levels had climbed into the diabetic range. He couldn't understand how a natural fruit could be pushing him toward disease until he learned that mangoes have one of the highest sugar contents of any fruit. For older bodies that process glucose more slowly, this overload doesn't just cause weight gain, it accelerates artery damage and increases the risk of stroke. This is why mangoes, despite their tropical charm, belong on the never-touch list for seniors. They may look like a natural dessert, but they act more like a sugar bomb, silently undermining circulation, brain health, and heart strength after 60. The surprising truth is that some fruits can be as harmful as candy when eaten regularly in later years. And just when you think mangoes are bad, the next fruit on this list proves to be even more dangerous, one that disguises itself as hydrating but ends up wrecking kidney balance in seniors. Number 3, bananas. Bananas are often celebrated as the ultimate healthy snack, but for seniors over 60, they can quietly become a ticking time bomb for circulation, heart health, and kidneys. A single medium banana packs about 27 grams of carbohydrates, with nearly 15 grams of sugar. For an aging body where insulin sensitivity has already dropped sharply, by nearly 40% according to a 2018 diabetes care study, this surge of sugar can trigger rapid spikes in blood glucose and subsequent crashes. Over time, this pattern accelerates insulin resistance, fuels belly fat, and raises the risk of type 2 diabetes, which already affects nearly 1 in 4 adults over 65 in the United States. And the danger doesn't stop there. Bananas are also one of the richest sources of potassium, containing nearly 450 milligrams per fruit. While potassium is healthy in moderation, seniors with weakened kidney function cannot efficiently process excess amounts. A 2020 Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology study revealed that seniors with reduced kidney function had double the risk of dangerous hyperkalemia, a condition where potassium builds up in the blood, leading to irregular heartbeats and sudden cardiac arrest. Picture this: Eleanor, 70, believed she was doing her heart a favor by eating 2 bananas daily for energy. But during a routine checkup, her doctor was shocked. Her blood potassium was dangerously high, and her EKG revealed early arrhythmia. What she thought was nature's multivitamin was silently overloading her kidneys and threatening her heart. Add to this the fact that bananas rank high in the glycemic scale compared to other fruits, and suddenly they're not the harmless energy snack many seniors believe. They're more like a sugar-loaded, heart-straining trap. That's why bananas, though marketed as a universally safe fruit, can be one of the most deceptive and risky choices for people over 60. The combination of sugar surges, kidney strain, and hidden heart risk makes them a fruit that seniors must think twice about. And the truth gets worse. The next fruit is even more shocking because it pretends to be light and refreshing, but inside it's quietly hammering away at senior kidney health with every juicy bite. Number 2, pineapple. Pineapple may look like sunshine in a fruit bowl, but for seniors over 60, it hides a sharp edge that can quietly chip away at health. This tropical fruit is packed with natural sugars, about 16 grams per cup, which means every few bites can spike blood sugar almost as quickly as candy. A 2020 study in Nutrients showed that high glycemic fruits like pineapple accelerate insulin resistance and raise the risk of type 2 diabetes in older adults. But sugar is only half the story. Pineapple also contains high amounts of citric acid and bromelain, an enzyme that makes it tenderize meat and neuronades. In an aging digestive system, that enzyme doesn't just soften food. It irritates the lining of the stomach and esophagus, leading to acid reflux, inflammation, and in severe cases, painful ulcers. Seniors with thinner gut lining and slower healing times are especially vulnerable. Picture this. Richard, a 68-year-old retiree, loved eating a bowl of pineapple chunks every night, believing he was boosting his vitamin C intake. Within months, he developed constant heartburn and was shocked when his doctor told him the culprit wasn't spicy food, but pineapple's acid tearing at his digestive tract. Combined with his mild kidney disease, the extra potassium from pineapple pushed his blood test results into dangerous territory, forcing him to cut the fruit out altogether. What seemed like a tropical treat was silently fueling both his digestive pain and metabolic decline. For seniors, pineapple is less of a refreshing snack and more of a hidden landmine, spiking blood sugar, burning the stomach, and stressing the kidneys all at once. And if you think this sounds bad, the number 1 fruit on this list carries an even greater risk, one that disguises itself as healthy hydration, but has sent countless seniors to the ER with painful, irreversible damage. But before we continue, if you have been enjoying the video so far, hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss more videos like this. Number 1, kiwi. Kiwi is marketed as a superfood packed with vitamin C, antioxidants, and fiber, but for seniors over 60, it can be one of the most deceptive and dangerous fruits. At first glance, it seems like the perfect choice to boost immunity and fight aging, but dig a little deeper and the picture changes dramatically. Kiwi is extremely acidic, and this acidity can wreak havoc on an older digestive tract, especially in seniors who already struggle with acid reflux or weakened stomach linings. In fact, a 2018 study published in Clinical Interventions in Aging found that acidic fruits like kiwi nearly double the frequency of reflux symptoms in seniors. Add to that the high oxalate content, which can silently accumulate in the kidneys, forming painful stones that trap many elderly people in emergency rooms every year. Worse, kiwi contains enzymes like actinidin that increase bleeding risk, which is terrifying for the nearly 60% of seniors who take blood thinners such as warfarin or aspirin daily. A seemingly harmless kiwi could amplify bruising, prolong bleeding times, and even trigger internal bleeding events. Imagine this. Hagnans, a 74-year-old woman in otherwise good health, began eating 2 kiwis every morning after reading they were heart healthy. Within 3 months, she suffered worsening acid reflux, unexplained bruises, and eventually a bleeding ulcer that doctors directly linked to her kiwi consumption, combined with her daily aspirin. This fruit, sold as an innocent green powerhouse, becomes a silent enemy in the bodies of seniors, especially when mixed with common medications. For anyone over 60, kiwi should not be treated as a miracle fruit. It's a ticking time bomb that damages the stomach, weakens the kidneys, and raises bleeding risks that can spiral out of control. And that's why it claims the number 1 spot on this list of fruit seniors should never touch. Now we've uncovered the 4 fruits that seem harmless but secretly overload seniors with sugar and acid. But now let's flip the gears because not every exotic fruit is your enemy. In fact, some are quiet heroes for your circulation, digestion, and aging cells. That takes us straight to the next one on our list. Number 4, dragon fruit. At first glance, dragon fruit looks like a tropical decoration rather than a food, but inside its bright pink skin lies one of the most senior-friendly fruits you can eat. Dragon fruit is naturally low in sugar compared to bananas or mangoes, making it a safer choice for seniors worried about diabetes or blood sugar spikes. What makes it truly powerful is its fiber. One cup delivers about 7 grams, which slows digestion, steadies blood sugar, and feeds the gut microbiome. For adults over 60, gut health is not just about comfort. It directly affects immunity and inflammation. A 2021 study in Frontiers in Nutrition showed that seniors with higher dietary fiber intake reduced their risk of cardiovascular events by 21%. Dragon fruit also contains unique antioxidants called betalains, which protect blood vessels from oxidative stress and help maintain artery flexibility. Irene, a 70-year-old retired teacher, used to reach for cookies whenever she craved something sweet. After her doctor suggested dragon fruit as an alternative, she was surprised how it curbed her sugar cravings while leaving her digestion calmer and her energy steadier. Within months, her cholesterol numbers improved and her afternoon fatigue disappeared. That's the quiet magic of this fruit. It doesn't shock your system, it balances it. For seniors, dragon fruit is more than an exotic treat. It's a gentle daily tool to fight inflammation, strengthen immunity, and replace harmful sugary snacks with something the body can actually use. Unlike the deceptive fruits we covered earlier, dragon fruit stands as a rare ally in protecting aging arteries and keeping energy levels stable. Number 3, guava. Guava is often overlooked in the West, but in many parts of Asia and Latin America, it's considered one of the most powerful fruits for everyday health, and for good reason. A single guava carries more than twice the daily recommended amount of vitamin C, which is crucial for seniors over 60 since immune function weakens with age. Low vitamin C doesn't just mean catching colds more easily. It increases inflammation, slows wound healing, and accelerates joint pain. A 2018 study published in the Journal of Nutrition and Gerontology found that seniors with higher vitamin C intake reduced their risk of frailty by nearly 33%. That makes guava more than a fruit. It's an armor shield against the physical decline most people accept as normal aging. Beyond vitamin C, guava is rich in soluble fiber, which helps lower cholesterol and keeps digestion smooth, preventing constipation that plagues many older adults. Its low glycemic index also makes it one of the rare sweet fruits that actually helps regulate blood sugar instead of spiking it. In fact, a clinical trial in nutrition and metabolism showed guava consumption improved blood sugar control in type 2 diabetic patients, making it a natural ally for seniors battling both metabolic and cardiovascular concerns. Take Samuel, a 68-year-old grandfather who had struggled with borderline diabetes for years. His daughter, visiting from abroad, introduced him to guava as a snack replacement for biscuits. Within 3 months, not only had his fasting blood sugar stabilized, but he also reported having fewer digestive troubles and more energy to play with his grandchildren. Instead of quick burning sugar, his body was finally getting steady energy and protective nutrients. For seniors, guava is both medicine and food, strengthening immunity, easing digestion, and protecting arteries. It's a fruit that proves sweetness doesn't have to come at the cost of health, making it a staple worth eating daily after 60. Number 2, pomegranate. Few fruits carry the same scientific weight for heart and artery health as the humble pomegranate. For seniors over 60, this fruit is less of a snack and more of a medicinal food. Pomegranates are loaded with polyphenols, especially punicalagins, that act like natural artery cleansers. A groundbreaking 2004 study in clinical nutrition found that seniors who drink pomegranate juice daily for 1 year reduced carotid artery thickness by up to 30%, while also lowering systolic blood pressure by 12%. That's not just a number. It's the difference between living with clogged arteries and restoring youthful circulation. The magic lies in how pomegranate reduces oxidative stress. With age, arteries become inflamed, sticky, and prone to plaque. Pomegranate's antioxidants neutralize those free radicals, preventing damage to the endothelium, the inner lining of blood vessels that regulates blood flow. At the same time, it boosts nitric oxide, relaxing the arteries so blood moves more freely. For seniors, that means sharper memory, steadier energy, and stronger protection against heart attacks or strokes. Consider Edward, a 72-year-old former smoker who always felt sluggish climbing stairs. His cardiologist recommended adding pomegranate juice instead of sugary sodas. Within a few months, his cholesterol profile improved, and he noticed something even more powerful. His stamina returned. By swapping just one daily drink, he slowed the very process of arterial aging. Pomegranate is more than a fruit. It's a lifeline. In a world where many so-called superfoods are just marketing, this is one backed by decades of clinical research. For seniors, it may be the closest thing to nature's prescription for protecting the heart and brain. Number 1, lychee. At first glance, lychee looks like a fragile exotic jewel wrapped in rough red skin, but inside it holds a power that seniors over 60 cannot afford to ignore. Lychee is loaded with vitamin C, with just 1 cup providing over 100% of your daily needs. That's not just about immunity, it's about giving your aging cells the antioxidant shield they desperately need to fight free radicals that accelerate wrinkles, joint damage, and even memory decline. In 2019, researchers found that seniors with high vitamin C intake had a 33% lower risk of frailty, and lychee is one of the richest natural sources. But that's not all. Lychee contains a compound called oligonol, shown in clinical studies to improve blood flow and reduce fatigue in older adults, meaning better circulation to your heart, legs, and brain. Now imagine this in real life. Margaret, 71, used to struggle with swelling in her legs and feeling exhausted after her morning walk. After adding lychee to her fruit rotation twice a week, she noticed lighter steps and more energy, small changes that brought big improvements to her quality of life. Science explains it. Lychee reduces oxidative stress in blood vessels, helping them stay flexible instead of stiffening with age. That means lower blood pressure, smoother circulation, and less strain on the heart. Yes, lychee is sweet, but in moderation and when eaten fresh, not in sugary canned syrups. It's a gift to seniors. It hydrates, protects the skin, fights inflammation, and supports the very organs most at risk after 60. Among all fruits, lychee is not a danger. It's the crown jewel at the very top of the daily must-eat list. Aging after 60 is not just about adding candles to the cake. The choice between decay and vitality can be as simple as the fruit you place on your plate tomorrow morning. Don't let the wrong ones shorten your story. Choose wisely, and every bite can become medicine instead of poison. Now I want to hear from you. Did any of these fruits surprise you? Which one are you cutting out today or adding back to your daily routine? Drop your answer below because I promise you, we actually sit down and read every single comment like it's a letter from a friend. If this opened your eyes, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone over 60 you care about. Smash that like button so more seniors see this truth, and subscribe so you never miss the next health warning that could save your life. If you have any questions or want to share your personal experience, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. We're always listening. Thanks for watching.